There's a serious mistake that several leaders are making, and you may be making that very same mistake. I'm Jason, I'm the leadership guy, and I'm here to help you become a better leader. At an earlier part in our history, we would often choose leaders based upon their strength, their skill, their ability to hunt, etc. And while we are no longer conducting our society like that, those requirements are pretty much basically still in place. We see this when we expect our leaders to be the smartest, the fastest, or the best at something. And what's worse is our leaders expect themselves to be the fastest, the smartest, the best at various things. And that is a crucial error. Today, many people are, unfortunately, are promoted to leadership roles based on their technical ability, their ability to produce widgets in a factory, to produce documents in an office, or their skill as a tradesman. Those skills are very different from what is required as a leader. As a leader, you no longer need to be the person producing the most widgets, the best documents, the best piece of craft. That's not your job anymore. Your job is now to help the people who are doing those things to do their jobs more effectively. Here's where it burns. As a leader, you will remember when you used to do those things and how good you were at those things. And sometimes those employees who are now your followers will come to you and ask for help because you were the expert in doing those things, right? And you get for a little while to relive the glory days. But you need to remember that is no longer your job. That is now their job. The place where it probably burns the most is when those people who you help to get and develop that skill become even better than you were. There's a bit of ego that comes into there, a bit of competition that often steps in because we want to continue to be the fastest, the best, the brightest, etc. But we really need to be able to pivot and focus your attention in a completely different area. As a leader, you now need to focus on developing a completely different skill set. You need to put your attention in things like developing influence. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. If you can't influence people, guess what? You can't lead them. No matter how tall you are, how good looking you are, how much you jump and scream, if you can't influence them, you can't lead them. You need to put your attention in things like being able to inspire people, inspire action so that they want to be part of what is going on. You need to be able to encourage and inspire and create and foster things like innovation, new and different ways of doing things, more effective and better ways of. That's some of the places that you need to put your attention as a leader. But if you are trying to compete with the people that you are leading for technical skill, guess what? You are not needed as a leader. You are descending to a level where you no longer operate. You need to pay attention to what is in front of you. If you are going to spend your time and invest your energy and effort in doing the technical stuff, then we either don't need you as a leader or we don't need them as workers. Which one is it? I suggest to you that you leave those things behind. Let them do what they're being paid for. Let them do what they are good at. And you focus on doing the things that you are good at. And while you may be really good at doing some of those technical things, the place that you are actually needed is in leadership. So you need to pay attention to growing your ability to influence people, growing your ability to inspire people, growing your ability to create and foster innovation. You need to pay attention to doing those things. But the truth of the matter is that leadership is about many things, but leadership is definitely, most definitely about one single thing: people. You need to pay attention to developing your people skills. How good are you at communicating one-on-one? How good are you? How good are you at communicating a vision to a group of people, your team? How good are you at doing that? Can I encourage you and let you know, if you are not really good at doing that, you are probably always going to have trouble with leadership. People are going to look to you, and one of the ways that we most effectively communicate, typically on a day-to-day basis, is using this verbal communication. So one of the areas that as a leader you really want to pay attention to is developing that skill of communication. As you do that, you will move further and further away from the need to compete with your employees or those who are your direct reports or those who are following you. You remove the need and you go further and further away from the need to compete with them on these things. You need to be in a whole different environment. Concerning the need to be the smartest, the best, strongest, etc., take this piece of advice from Simon Sinek. He gave us this wonderful gem in an incredible flash of insight. Here's what he said. The role of a leader is not to come up with all the great ideas. The role of the leader is to create the environment in which great ideas can happen. So you are no longer competing with them about who's the best at doing this. Oh no. What you are seeking to do is sharpen and develop your people skills. And as Simon said, you are seeking to cultivate that environment where the brilliant ideas will come up. That's what you're seeking to do. We sometimes become obsessed with whose idea it is and who's going to get the credit. Yeah, that's some normal thing. But if we are really team players, yeah, you're going to be more interested in ensuring that those great ideas come up. But if you're trying to compete with them on technical skills, you're not going to be able to create that environment. People are not going to feel comfortable sharing ideas with you because they see you as being in competition with them. That's no good. So let me encourage you, my friend and fellow leader. Leave those things aside. Pay attention to cultivating the environment in which the brilliant ideas of those who are your direct reports and those who are following you, their brilliant ideas are going to flourish. One of the things that you move from is being the doer to being the enabler. So when you create that environment, you enable people to flourish, bring their brilliant ideas, so that the team as a whole, the company or organization as a whole, can then benefit. So don't make those mistakes. Leave aside your former job. You are now a leader and you want to lean into that. Pay attention to developing your influence. Pay attention to being able to inspire action. Pay attention to fostering innovation as you go on and achieve all you possibly can do. Check out this video for more help in becoming a better leader. See you next time.